New FDA clearance could help increase access to life-saving organ transplants. Today, I have a transplant expert who's going to explain the breakthrough that may improve organ preservation and patient outcomes. Today, I have Christopher Cromie, MD, Professor of Surgery, if I'm saying that right, Christopher, transplant and surgeon Mayo at Clinic, Florida. Also, I have, if I'm saying this right, Mauricio Carvalho, Vice President of
That's correct.
Medical Scientific Affairs. I must have murdered it because you're laughing. Bridge to life. Did I do okay, Mauricio?
You did well.
Yeah.
You did well.
Okay, here we go, guys. Sorry about that. Now, why is there such a critical shortage of usable donor organs in the US?
Yeah, I mean, I think first off, it's important to kind of talk about the extraordinary gift that donors and their families give to people that are critically waiting, and really giving them a new gift of life. I think we do have very good donor rates in the United States. I think the challenge is there's just a lot of people waiting. So right now there's over 100,000 people on transplant waiting lists in the United States. And every day, 20 or more of those people, unfortunately, don't make it to transplant, and they pass away before they're able to get transplanted. So I think despite the generosity, there's still a very large need. And probably about 20 or 30% of donated organs are unable to be used. And there could be a variety of reasons for this. It could be that the donor had low blood pressure or was unstable prior to donation. The organ had injury from not getting enough oxygen, or kind of all of the above. So I think that's where we're really excited about this new technology that's hopefully going to minimize some of those things and increase the number of organs that can be transplanted.
So, how does organ preservation impact transplant success?
Yeah, so currently, there's a few ways to preserve organs. I think historically, we did what was called static cold storage. So basically, after the organ was donated, it would come out and then it would go in a cooler on ice, and basically until it was transplanted. There's a limited time organs can be outside the body, and of course, when they're in ice, they are still having some ongoing injury because they're not getting oxygen or anything. This new technology is called HOPE. It's hypothermic oxygenated perfusion. And basically what it is, it's a pump. Well, you have the liver outside the body. It's getting oxygen. You're restoring those energy stores in those cells, and basically allowing that organ to recover and be outside the body longer.
Now, how does this new FDA clearance change for patients on transplant waiting list?
Well, the HOPE has been approved and used clinically in routine clinical practice in Europe since 2020, and it has had a profound impact on the outcomes and the capacity of centers to expand their programs and so respond to that growing demand of the waiting list. I think having that opportunity in the United States, having another tool that surgeons can use effectively, will produce the same results. And so we're very excited for that new opportunity and to work with clinicians like Chris to be able to expand that.
Now, and we had the privilege, during the, oh, sorry, go ahead. Yeah.
No, please, go ahead.
During the, prior to it being FDA approved, during the clinical trial at Mayo Clinic, we had the opportunity to use the device. So we've already seen firsthand some of the amazing benefits that it can have, and we're just really excited that it's finally come to FDA approval and be available across the United States.
How could this technology help more donated organs be used safely?
I think, again, it's you have that 20 to 30% of donated organs that aren't used. And anytime as a transplant surgeon, when you do a transplant, of course you want to use every organ you can, but you want to make sure you're going to have a safe, good outcome for that recipient. So I think this technology will allow us to use some of those organs that maybe there might have been some concerns about it, or you're worried that it needs some recovery, and it allows you to have that recovery. There's certain biochemical markers we can look at while it's on pump, and sort of see how that organ is doing. So I think all of those things are going to increase utilization. And again, every single organ that we're able to use additionally is one extra life saved and one person off the transplant list. So that's pretty impactful.
It is, sounds like it. So, what gives you hope about the future of organ transplantation?
That's a great question. I think we are at the forefront of transplantation right now. Like we said, these new dynamic preservation strategies that are now available now in the US too, just open a world of opportunities, not just for liver, but for other organs and for more research. And so, I want to underscore what Chris mentioned at the beginning, that we have to honor the gift of life, the families and the donors that allow this life-saving surgery to happen, but also allow for research to move forward, for us to learn more and treat more patients sooner. So diminishing, hopefully, the waiting list as we go through it.
Now, where can we go for more information?
The best place to get more information is our website, bridge2life.com. And you can also reach directly to Bridge to Life through our website. We have a dedicated access to it, both families, clinicians, and the overall public. If they want to learn more, if they have questions, we're happy to engage and share our knowledge.
Mauricio, Christopher, thank you so much for joining us on Morning Blend. You're giving me hope because what I'm looking at is Europe and the USA, no matter what's going on politically, we still help each other out when it comes to medicine, health,
Absolutely.
and other issues. That's the great thing about humanity. What do you guys think?
Yeah, absolutely. I think, we work very well with our colleagues in Europe, and I think, medicine and disease has no borders. So I think, we like to learn from each other, and I think we've seen the benefits they've had. We're just really excited that we're going to have it. So I think absolutely, we definitely work very well with our European colleagues.
Agree.
Definitely. Gentlemen, thank you again so much for joining us on Morning Blend, and thank you for your
us.
patience with me pronouncing your names.
Thank you.
Thank you again.
You did a great job.
Yeah.
Thank you.